Hey y'all, how y'all doing? CURTIEECOOL'S is back on the scene, y'all, once again. The online investigator is back again with another great story, y'all. I know you guys watch this court murder trial with Ronnie O'Neal. Man, this guy here who defended himself in a murder trial, now he's found guilty after shouting at the jurors. Ain't that better? You know what? There's so many scammers and liars.
Okay. I'd ask the clerk to please publish the verdict.
Yes, Judge. State of Florida versus Ronnie O'Neal III, case number 2018 CF 004019, verdict form, trial division 1. We, the jury, find as follows as the count 1 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder as charged. The defendant did actually possess and discharge a firearm causing death.
And psychopaths and narcissists out here, y'all, who is out here misusing, abusing, and destroying other people's lives, then turn around and play the victim role, the innocent role. Man, what kind of mess is that? Just like another one of the stories, Patricia Robinson scam, who tried to scam the judge in court, y'all. And she was caught in the act. She brought in a family member pretending that she was an attorney, y'all. Man, these people are a joke out here, y'all. Doing all this crazy stuff, destroying people's lives and playing the innocent role, y'all. Messing everybody up, y'all. Y'all know what I mean? Back on this what's his name? Ronnie O'Neal. This cat here, man, I don't know what to say about this. Ronnie, what is going on here? Y'all know what I mean? Ronnie, a Florida man who was on trial for a double homicide.
We, the jury, find as follows as account 2 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder, premeditated murder, and felony murder. The defendant carried, displayed, used, threatened to use, or attempted to use a weapon. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 3 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of attempted first-degree murder as charged. The defendant carried, displayed, used, threatened to use, or attempted to use a weapon. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 4 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of arson of a dwelling as charged. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 5 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of aggravated child abuse as charged. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 6 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of aggravated child abuse as charged. We, the jury, find as follows. The count 7 of the charge. The defendant is guilty of resisting an officer without violence as charged. So say we all, dated this 21st day of June 2021.
You know what I mean? He called himself representing himself being a fake attorney in his own trial case. And he called himself proceeding and turning it into a circus, y'all. He acted as if he was his own attorney, y'all, and cross-examiner. His 11-year-old son, who responded to his dad by testifying, "You stabbed me." Ronnie O'Neal, he tried all kind of crazy stuff, talking about allegedly murdered his girlfriend and their disabled 9-year-old daughter, and then stabbed his 8-year-old boy before setting the family's Tampa Bay home on fire in 2018. The surviving child testified Wednesday that he witnessed the murders of Ronnie O'Neal, which was his father. Now, when it was O'Neal's turn to cross-examine the boy, he gonna ask his son. Now his son know he did this stuff, playing the victim role and the innocent role, y'all, trying to play on a kid's mind, y'all. Y'all know what I mean? These psychopaths out here with all this crazy stuff, y'all. You know, messing people up. Now you trying to play on a kid's mind. You done hurt this kid, did all this crazy stuff to his family and himself. Then you turn around and play the victim role and try to play on his mind. I mean, these crazy narcissist psychopaths, y'all, these people have lost it. Now, then he tried to play the innocent role by saying, now, he tried to flip it around. He asked his son in court, did I hurt you that night? I mean, his son quickly answered, yes. The 11-year-old responded, yes, you hurt me. Then he tried to play the innocent role, well, how did I hurt you? Y'all saw this guy jumping up and down, acting like he was this badass attorney. Y'all, all that lying and misleading, you know what I mean? Pretending to be something that he's not. But guess what? You got the death sentence, buddy. And then on Monday, O'Neal told the court that the prosecution's evidence was some of the most vicious. I mean, he went on like it was a lot of lying and fabrications. You know what I mean? When delivering opening arguments on his own behalf. Y'all know what I mean? This is so crazy. And then he tried to play the innocent role like another A.J. Armstrong. But I am backed by a mighty God. This is what he shouted out, y'all. Shouted as he gestured and paced up and down in the Tampa courtroom, y'all. Talking about, I am backed by the Almighty God. Knowing you are lying and knowing you did all this mischievous stuff to your family, now you playing the innocent and the victim role to avoid the death sentence or possibly life in prison. So prosecutors, they proved that O'Neal, he shot his girlfriend, Kenyatta, before beating her to death. Now that's a psycho, y'all. Psychos do stuff like this, destroy other people's lives, then play the innocent role, baby. They also said he said the defendant killed his 9-year-old daughter with a hatchet, stabbed his then 8-year-old son. The young girl had cirrhosis and was nonverbal. O'Neal maintained the killer bearing in self-defense as she attacked their children. Man, this guy is throwed off, y'all. It's a whole lot of throwed off people out here, y'all, doing all this sick, crazy stuff. Just like this sick Patricia Robinson. Y'all all up in the courthouse lying and telling all kind of lies and making fake claims and filing false claims with the DA out in California, y'all. Playing to be something that she's not because she only wants to steal what? CURTIEECOOL'S kid and hide out and pretends that everything is all hers. Y'all know what I mean? Totally abuse, misuse, and mess up the baby mother. Destroyed her mind, took her mind, y'all. And then turn around and flip the script and run and hide out and played the innocent role? Patricia Robinson, you are a sick woman. Just like this Ronnie O'Neal, y'all. Sorry to say, all this other stuff is going to come out with this A.J. Armstrong, y'all. When this stuff get back in court, all of this stuff is going to come out, baby. The evidence is going to show what really happened. Yeah. I tell you, boy, I don't know what to say. I just thought I'd come on for a moment and talk about this stuff for a minute. Well, they got him just right, y'all. Did you see this guy jumping up and down and making all these terrible gestures? You know what I mean? Like he had full control in the court as an attorney, playing an attorney. I mean, he thought he had everything under his little finger, y'all. Jumping up and down and giving them crazy looks with that crazy ass hairstyle, y'all. Then playing the innocent role. I don't know what to say about this guy, y'all. It's too many cases like this out here. Y'all know what I mean? But this one right here, it's just off the chain. I never seen nothing like this in my life, y'all.
All right.
Okay, everyone, have a seat. So, Mr. O'Neal, now that you have been found guilty of first-degree murder, we now go into penalty phase. And as you are aware, it gets no more serious for any defendant in any criminal courtroom in this country than what you are facing now. I respect the fact that you chose to represent yourself, and I have to tell you, I think in another lifetime, you would have been an excellent lawyer. I really think that. You speak with great passion. I understood exactly the points you were making. I knew what you were attempting to get across in your opening statement, your cross-examination of the state witnesses, the direct examination of your witnesses, and your closing argument. Ultimately, your arguments were not persuasive to the jury, but nonetheless, I was able to follow exactly what you were trying to accomplish. However, as we move into penalty phase, I'm really going to strongly encourage you to consider allowing counsel to now step in and represent you. This is a much more specialized and rare area of the law that very few practitioners really practice in, as far as truly understanding the aggravating factors the state has to establish, and now you would have a burden of proof with regards to the mitigators, whether they're statutory or non-statutory. You've got to come up with proof by greater weight of the evidence that the mitigators actually apply. And you would have to come up with not just applicable statutory mitigators, but any applicable non-statutory mitigators. And I'm quite confident that your standby counsel would have a much better grasp on what those potential non-statutory mitigators would be. So I want you just to think about it overnight. I don't want you to make a decision right now. I want you to give it some serious consideration. All right? Yes, and we're going to reconvene at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and we'll discuss it further, and you can tell me then. But I really want to strongly advise you to go ahead and let counsel represent you in the penalty phase, because the consequences are so serious.
But anyway, this is Curdy Cool, y'all. I'm gonna end this little show. You guys be sure to, y'all know what to do. Subscribe, hit that bell, give me a like if you will, tell a friend, and come on back to Curdy Cool. Curdy Cool. Okay, bye.